Hello and welcome back to the channel today. Excuse the way I sound a bit echoey. I've got another cold. I'm not too well at the minute. But what we're going to do today is Lucy's on the camera.
Hello.
And we got an unboxing. And it's from the Spidershop, but I couldn't resist because we've had these species before, Lucy and I, and we successfully managed to pair them. They are very hard to handle until they get to the point there. When they get settled, they don't necessarily come out and it's a bit more easier to handle.
They stay in their tunnels, don't they?
They do, but it is the Orphnaecus dichromatus, the Black
dicks.
Fury. And if any of you that have seen our previous videos before, you would have seen that we did it, I think we did it on a Christmas special.
Yeah.
It absolutely scared me. One jumped out, tried to run up the bath and go for me and had to then corner it in the bathroom. I'll put a clip up there.
Are you damp? Does that mean it needs different?
Whoa, whoa,
Holy shit!
Mother.
And Bolai there, so on the paddy palps. So he is ready to go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at the colours of that. You can see why it's called the Black Fury.
That's badass.
And because it moves like that, that made me jump. Whoa! Oh my god!
Oh, Mama Jamma.
I need a clean pair of shorts. And as you can see from that, they sort of like panicked, they ran fast, they went into threat, didn't they? One went behind the bin and started making almost like a hissing sound, do you remember?
Yeah.
It made a weird sound, but that's the first one we've ever had out of all of our collection that actually ran and went. It sort of looked like it went for us, but it was defensive, and the female just went like that, like an OBT, and you couldn't really move her around. She just was snapping straight away, and it took them a little while to settle. They went into like temporary holes that we did, and it took them a while to lay web, and then they excavated the whole tub underneath that they were in, and just that's it. You never see them again, unless rare occasion when they're feeding, when they're out. But we managed to pair them successfully, and then the female destroyed and ate the sack, which we were gutted. We was tempted to remove it, weren't we? And we thought it looked good, we'll leave it with the female, she's doing brilliant. But then we come in a few days later and she just destroyed it, so it was gone. But we've got two in here, and one's a confirmed adult female and one is a sub-adult, so we can hopefully get a male because they had no confirmed male. So at least we'll get the female, and these are the enclosures we've done, and I think Lucy's done this one, so the female goes in here.
Yep.
And we've just done it at the sides. It's got a bit of moss on top of this bit of wood that can handle moisture because it's from outside, and a bit of leaf litter and a good 6+ inches of substrate in these big tubs. And what they'll do is they'll go down through the entrance that we built, and then they immediately go off and they start going around, and they'll put their chamber right at the bottom, and they'll both probably do the same. And then this one, I've put in enough substrate again and hoping that we get a male to go in this one.
Make a little den in there.
So let's have a look at the unboxing. Let me just move these out of the way. Put that out there. Move that one out of the way. And I put a water dish in those as well, but we don't really need a water dish in for those because they normally lay a little bit of web outside the entrance, and you could just spray a few droplets down on there. But I'm just going to worry how we're going to do this, because you've seen these enclosures, we've got these lids, so I could put that on, put it in, and then we could quickly do it that way, but you're not necessarily going to see it because once they come out they run and they want to feel covered up, don't they, straight away.
They're quite fast as well.
Yeah, they're very fast, but they calm down once something's over them.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to see it if we do it that way, so we're just going to see how they are in the tub, and if they're not as feisty, I'm just going to try and do it here. But Lucy stayed back just in case, but then I'm pretty much cornered off because that's the only one we've ever had where it tried to bite. When I tried to get it on the floor, it was trying to go for me and my feet. So we've not had that with any OBTs or anything. So Lucy's just opened the box. I think I've got a couple other things in there. She said she could smell something that smelled bad, and it's this.
That's why.
Yeah, so the flightless fruit flies. I can't say that one. Ooh. And then I ordered those, so blue bottle flies. So we've got the little casters of those in there. So hopefully they come out, and then we can get those as well. So I thought I'd do something different to feed them off. Because the way these move if you've ever had anything like these with your slightly larger flies, when you put them in an enclosure, it's like the spiders are predisposed to attack their movements. It's the way the fly moves.
That's
they
cool.
just all react straight away. So I've got a few smaller ones that I wanted to try on these. So let's have a look. See what size. Oh no! I was hoping it would be in the clear tubs where you got the tissue and stuff, but it's in these where you can't see.
Yeah, sealed. Yeah.
Open with care. I think what I may have to do is use the tub behind you.
Bigger tub, yeah.
And put that up here just so it gives them somewhere to run for safety, because we know. So that's the juvie.
Yeah.
The one that we don't know if it's a female or a male. I can already see it in there.
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered. And then there should be adult female, open with care. And I remember last time, you remember we took the tissue off, it was in a tub like this, and it was packed with the tissue on the top, and as soon as we picked the tissue off, it just went berserk, didn't it? So
they're fun.
It's already moving. I can see it through the hole. It's already moving. So I've now got to somehow take this off and then try and pop it without it just going boom. So
love it. Right,
let me just check there's nothing else in here. No heat pack because it's really hot at the minute. No, nothing else in there, so let's just move that out of the way. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do in here. If any of you do get these, seriously, what it says, open with care, please take it, because they are super quick. If you remember when I was in the bath, obviously you've seen that clip there previously, I was quite close, wasn't I? I was leaning over the bath, and I was about that far away from it by my head, and it jumped out, went on the bath here, and I was still here like that, and it ran up, and I had to move back, and you started laughing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Probably had that in there. Like, and I was telling you, I was shouting at you to move.
Get out!
Move, and you were like, oh, you were just laughing.
It was funny.
Right, so this has got dirt in. And I think this would give it a form of control. It can easily climb this, because I didn't think they could climb the bath, and it did.
In a
so
second.
It can get out, but you can move back. It gives me enough time to move back. Right, so you're going to have to come in to have a look. We've got our catch cup. Right, so should we start with the juvenile first?
Yeah.
Which one's the juvenile?
That one? Yeah.
Right, so I can just go straight in. I don't know how big this is. God, that's so weird because I could feel it moving in there. And I remember what they were like last time. Right.
Can't see it. It's right at the bottom. Yep.
Oh God, let's just get this one. This one's a smaller one, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it runs, you move back again.
Yeah.
Oh God, it just turned around. So I'm just going to do it like this.
Yeah, I can see a little foot.
How did they get them in there?
It's impressive. Hello, little fella. And he's off.
Oh, sweat.
Little bum.
Hey?
Little bum.
Yeah, it's tiny little bum. So this is absolutely massive, this enclosure for it. But as you can see, we didn't really get much of the footage. It just exploded, ran off, and I was probably a bit more cautious than I needed to be because we had full-grown adults last time, and they were quite big, weren't they?
Yeah.
The male was quite big as well. Considering these don't get massive, and they were super fast. So this was a bit slower, but you can see it here. I'm going to need to see if I can traverse that out. But as soon as it goes down there, that's it. It will just stay in there.
Yeah.
But I just want to take this off so you can have a look. But it's like a brownish colour on the carapace. But the female should be more orange, shouldn't it, if you remember the previous one?
Brighter, yeah.
Oh, God. Right.
They just want to get away, don't they?
Yeah, that's what they want to do, really. But do you see the way it turned around and raised up its fangs?
Yeah.
Right.
I like you.
have to use my hands, but I think I'm gonna.
That's it.
Right, brilliant. Didn't use my hands. It's actually a lot smaller. Right. What do you reckon? Lid?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can open that up if it doesn't move. It is really shiny black, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost blue on the camera.
Let me just put this over. Right, so now I'll be able to open up that middle bit. Let me just get this on so we know it's safe.
It's such a tight grip as well, isn't it? That lid is so securely on.
There, it's on and level.
Yeah.
Right, now we can go closer because now it's necessarily not just going to come up here. Perfect, these enclosures. So much safer because it's got to run around the side, but it will stop.
Do you want to come and get a better angle?
Fill up the water dish. So this one's got some growing to do, but they grow really quick, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black comes up really, really well. Yeah, it does.
Do you know, like
very
the car,
shiny.
like that petrol midnight blue? No, blue black, not petrol. I don't know what I'm saying.
Right, so we're going to have to feed this one as well, but I'm going to leave it for a day, maybe two, and then I'll come back and see if it's actually gone down. So I've done a nice burrow there for it as a starter one under that cork bark bit. So it should do, it's plenty of room, so it should do massive amounts of chambers. Right, so that's Black Fury. There we go. Right, so there we go, first one in. And we're going to do the female now, but I'm going to do it a bit more cautious at first, so I'm going to cover the lid up, but I will give you a look in here, then capture it and put it in, but I don't want that escaping again, the female, because it's going to be able to run way quicker than that one did, the sub-adult, but rather it just be a bit safer for Lucy and myself. God, I can feel this one already. So I'm going to get it in here, pop the lid, but I'm going to have the lid of the container off as well. Oh, right. So you may not see for a minute.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like that. Can you still see through?
Yeah, I can see a leg.
Yeah. It's right there.
Can I twist it? Oh, she's still in the pot, the little rat.
Yep. There's plenty of room. So this one's a female.
Yeah, she looks bigger.
Yeah, it said fully grown, but they don't. They get a bit bigger than this.
Oh, I can see her beady little eyes. That is quite haunting.
Yeah, because they explode, don't they?
Yeah. She's gorgeous, but haunting. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, so this is day 2 for Lucy and I. We had it to the point where it was just sat in here and we couldn't remove it. I used tweezers, stick, just other different bits and pieces, straw, paintbrush, whatever. It would not move. No threat pose or nothing from it. It filled this little enclosure, but it just wouldn't move. So to the extent where we'd have to physically push it, and then we would probably potentially hurt the spiders. So we left it overnight, left a cricket in there. It's eating the cricket. It's built like a mound up in there, and
she
it's
came
up
out
here
of
trying
the
to come up.
pot herself, didn't she? We just left her to come out.
Yeah, she actually did. So like when it got dark, about 2 hours later in the dark, and now she's stuck up in here. So I need to get her down, and then you can have a look at her, and then we'll rehouse her, and then that's that one done. But the male well, hoping it's a male. The other one was running around, threat pose, got it in. But this one, I don't fancy this one running around everywhere, so let's hopefully get them back down in there. But they are very, very fast, aren't they?
Yeah.
They sort of, it's skittish the way they run. Like their legs just like panic in all directions, but...
And teleport at the same time.
Yeah, they do. And then like randomly threat pose and then run and then threat pose and then run. They're weird, but let's see if I can get her to... I'm going to lift this straight off and see if I can get her to go that way in there, and then we can have a look at her and then we'll just rehouse her. Right, where's my little trusty... I think we used a straw for this one. Right, so all off. There we go, I've got it down. Did you hear that running?
Yeah.
So that's the female.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And this isn't fully grown. As you've seen in our previous ones, they get more orange on the carapace. So I think this one's potentially going to be due a molt. Let me just put that in just in case.
She just wants to hide now, doesn't she? So
Yeah, but I've got to now try. Whoa! I love their attitude. So you can see the orange is slowly coming out on the camera there, but it does get more vibrant. I think this one is getting close to a molt. Small abdomen, but I can see that it's eaten because last night the abdomen was really small, wasn't it?
yeah.
And she basically did that with the dirt that I had levelled in here. She's made like a mound, but then didn't go in. So I think she was trying to find somewhere to dig down, and there's a slight bit of webbing to the left there. But there we go. So we managed to catch her. Ooh, that's it.
She's turning round.
Yeah. I love these. They are
cool.
so aware of us. They turn to feisty. But I think that these sort of tubs are good for sending certain things like a Phalmopelma, terrestrials like Brachypelmas and stuff, because you can easily coax them out. But stuff like this, which goes into threat,
And wants to hide.
yeah, I'd either say put a hole in here, in the bottom, so then it's easier for people to get them out, because that was a nightmare to get out and you had to just leave it there. But that's fine if you're not doing videos, you just leave it there at its own accord. But for us, we want you to see them.
The last lot we had came in the square tub with the lid, didn't it? And that was easier.
Yeah.
They just came out by themselves.
It was so much more easier.
Right. You can settle soon and get in your new home. And you can hide. They are cool.
Water in the water dish. And you can see, yeah, that's still cool to the touch. So I don't really need to, I like water in the moss, but that's it. Nothing else needed. So I'm going to put this up there. And you can see it's got a nice slanted entrance, because when we did the one with the holes going straight down, they never stayed in the actual chamber of the hole. They dug across. When I found fossorials, you do it on the angle. They will web up this entrance, but then they'll sit at the bottom of the angle, and it gives you a little bit of chance of seeing them, and they work their way up instead of climbing a vertical drop.
The male started webbing already, hasn't it, from yesterday?
Yeah, show it.
Yeah. Started webbing up his hide already, look.
Yeah, Cleo's looking as well.
What are they doing, Pops? Hey, pretty girl. Are you a good girl?
You're doing dog voice on the
Are
camera.
you a good girl? What's happening? Oh, she winked.
Right, so let me stand up. This is where I could pick it up and like miss it. Just go forward. We've seen it now, so if it runs off, it runs off. Oh, straight down in there. And now it shouldn't run out. Thank you.
That's all she wanted.
And look how deep that black is. It's just really, really deep. Oh, I'm getting quite close there. That is stunning black coloration.
She is beautiful.
Hence the Black Fury. Love that name. So there we have it. Let me just pop this on. God, that was eventful yesterday, wasn't it, with the
Little bit.
escaping. And there we have it in these tubs. Perfect, look, it's loads of substrate, and that one's already started to web as you saw on there, so hopefully this one will. Lucy and I've got another unboxing to do from the Spidershop next week again, and we've got another two that we really want, that I've struggled with getting them at the sling stage, so we've got some adults just to cut that corner because you can't master it with every single one. But there we go, so hopefully we get a male out of the other one. This female grows on, we'll fatten her up, and then we'll see if we compare them, because that, I don't think these are that big. I thought they were bigger, but you said our last ones were the same size as this.
Yeah.
But they were more orange, weren't they? So
a little bit, but
that's after the molt. So maybe they do get to like, what, 15 centimetres max?
I'd say
probably do
max, yeah.
Research on it. So technically this was sold as an adult female, so she needs fattening up.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that one's going to turn out to a male. Then we could probably start pairing them within the next few months.
That'd be fun.
She's out of that molt stage. But we'll see what she does over the next week or so. And I'll definitely need to feed her up. So I hope you enjoy that video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Laters.